Hello and welcome. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear me, please. That would be very, very helpful because audio and stuff is always a little bit tricky on these live streams. And I want to make sure that you can hear every word I'm saying because I've got some interesting and fun stuff to talk about this evening. So give us a thumbs up in the comments. I'm just going to wait for these to come through. I should be able to see them all on my iPad. Computer says no. And thanks for all being patient, by the way, because I know that you've been waiting a few little minutes. Hey, we've got loads of thumbs ups coming through. Excellent, awesome, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. There are 129 of us so far, which is really cool, and I can see quite a few channel members in the comment section, which is awesome. Let's just do a little shout out to those. So we've got Cumberland1234. A loyal channel member. We've got Ellis the DJ as well, a regular, and he always comments on our videos, so we really appreciate Ellis. Who else have we got? We've got to have more members in the comments section, surely. Ultra Matt as well, he was one of the first in there, so thanks Matt for joining us this evening. And if there's any more channel members in the comments, oh yeah, we've got Richie G as well. Awesome, thanks for joining us, Richie. Who else have we got? Yeah, but we got loads of thumbs up, so that's really good, and I'm glad that the audio is working fine. So tonight it's an exciting announcement because, number one, we've just hit 80,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is a massive milestone, and it was only like a few weeks ago that we were celebrating hitting 75,000, and a few weeks before that we were celebrating hitting 70,000. So the growth is just absolutely beasting at the moment, and I'm really grateful to everyone who supports the channel, mainly our team, you know, because as you've probably seen, I'm not on the videos so much anymore because I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background, but we've got a great team who are on camera a lot as well, like Corey, Ruben and Lee, which is really awesome, and we've got some exciting content coming up very soon, so stay tuned. Make sure you've got notifications turned on if you haven't done so already. And in terms of you guys, you know, ultimately we couldn't do it without you, so the biggest thanks goes to all of you who regularly hit that thumbs up button, who've subscribed to our channel. I know some of you have been there since the start, you know, you've been watching us since the very beginning when it was just me with my little iPhone camera doing really poor quality videos. But you guys were there and you've seen the progress and the growth. So I'd love to know really from you guys from tonight, what do you want to see from the channel going forward? Because this is for you at the end of the day. We want to make videos that you'll enjoy, that you will watch, that you will share with other people so that other people can benefit from the channel too, because we are massively on track to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but we want to make sure that that happens. And so we need your help to share our videos out with as many people as possible. So I'm going to be looking in the comments section tonight for anything about what kind of videos you would love to see going forward, because that will really help us to kind of try to do what we can to make the kind of videos that you want. Obviously, we're a little bit restricted by what jobs we've got coming in, so we can't do everything, but we'll try to make it work as much as possible. So the other thing that we've got to announce tonight, which is the main reason why I queued up this live stream in the first place, is that we've got the 75,000 subscribers giveaway that we've been running on Instagram. So that ended today, and I saw a big flood of final entries to that giveaway. We've got some amazing tools to give away in tonight's prize draw, because I'm really grateful to Superrod, Klein, Vito Pro Pack, Tool Bags and Unilight, who have donated a huge bundle of amazing tools. You've probably seen the post on Instagram, and you've probably commented and tagged a few people in there. So if you have, then you are in for a chance to win all of that amazing stuff tonight. So a little bit later on, we're going to do a random comment selector, and we're going to choose the winner of that giveaway, and you'll get to find out if you are the lucky winner of all that amazing stuff. But in the meantime, I thought I'd just chat to you about any questions that you might have. I'd like to answer a few questions, as I usually try to do on these live streams. And also I wanted to talk to you about a special offer that I'm doing on my Electricians business course as well, which I usually try to do something special for you guys when we hit a milestone. So Electricians business course, there'll be a link in the description where you can access that, and I've got a big discount offer on with the course at the moment just for you guys who are watching this live stream. So if you're interested in building or running your own business as an electrician, or even other trade, to be honest, because the principles apply across all the trades, then this Electricians business course is where I share with whoever signs up all of my thoughts and my whole process of how I set up Artisan Electrics in the first place from day one, you know, just from the idea right the way through to kind of where we're at today. And it's 14 hours of video content in there. So it really does go into depth, and there's worksheets where you can kind of go through and figure things out for your own business, and it really helps you to kind of get the confidence that you need to start and run your own business. So it's helped loads of people already, and I got to meet some of the people who it's helped recently, which has been an amazing experience to actually see how it's helped to change their lives and give them the confidence to start up their own electrical businesses. So if you feel like that might be of interest to you, just head to the link in the description. You'll get the first four lessons absolutely free anyway, and then there's a 50% discount at the moment using a special discount code in the comments in the description. So we've got a super chat. Thank you for Mr. Alpaca, very kind of you. And what we usually do in these live streams, has become a bit of a tradition, is the whole buy me a whiskey thing. So I've actually been teetotal for a week because I got back off holiday from France, and as you can imagine, in France we ended up eating and drinking quite a lot of nice stuff. So the last week I've literally not drank a drop of alcohol. I've been eating a lot less than usual to try and lose the 5 kilos that I put on in France. But tonight I've cracked the whiskey open for you guys. So I've got my whiskey right here, and if you leave me a super chat, I'll have a little sip of a whiskey as a thank you for the super chat. So Mr. Alpaca, first super chat, thank you for the whiskey. So, that is powerful stuff. It's a Macallan 12 I'm on tonight. So let's have a look. Who have we got in the comments, and what are you all saying? So Gareth says a decent car charging explanation video would be good. Always changing, so it would be nice to know from someone who does it every day. That is true. I mean, we have fitted a lot of different car chargers on the channel, and I love it because it enables us to see what's out there on the market. So, I mean, we do have a lot of EV charging videos. Let's face it, they are the majority of our videos at the moment because that's kind of the majority of what we're doing. So I know some people are a little bit sick of it, but it's the future, guys. I mean, the amount of inquiries that we've got coming in at the moment for EV charging is just insane. And I know we're a little bit in a special niche because of our YouTube videos. We'll get a lot of customers through YouTube now, which is amazing. But still, the future is EV, so it's definitely the time to get on board with it and become an Artisan EV installer, because there's so many rubbish installations happening out there. You wouldn't believe it. So many people who are jumping on the bandwagon are doing an absolutely shockingly bad job of it. So let's see. There's lots of congratulations and thanks from everyone, which I really appreciate. It's so nice to have you guys. You've got our backs, you know. It's really great that you feel like you're part of it, you know, and that you are part of it, you know. You're part of our journey here at Artisan as we grow the YouTube channel. And wow, we've just had a really generous few super chats come through. So thank you again, Mr. Alpaca. Another super chat. So really appreciate that. Ellis the DJ as well has given us a super chat. Well done on 80k. So that's awesome. Thanks, Ellis. And Kenny Middleton has just given us a really generous super chat as well. Another one from David Cross. Enjoy the whiskey, Jordan. Love your content. The guys have been super entertaining. Thank you. Wow, I'm going to have to be careful. I'm going to have to take small sips of this whiskey, otherwise I'm not going to be able to finish this live stream. Thank you guys. Really appreciate the super chats. So, what else is going on here? Will you ever compare English installation and German installations? That's an interesting one. I was actually doing a quote today on a family from America who have bought a house not far from us here, just on the outside of Cambridge, and they were asking me about, you know, how things are different here. And I was kind of saying, like, the customer was asking, why is the consumer unit in this little cupboard on, like, just above the floor of the kitchen? And he was saying, like, do you put pipes in the wall so that you can pull in new cables afterwards and stuff? And I was trying to explain to him that, like, it's just not the way it's done here. And it's kind of even hard to get the right materials to do that kind of way over here, you know? So it is a strange system here in the UK. Garon, I don't know how the O with the little slash is pronounced, but Garon or Garoon or whatever, thank you very much for the super chat. That is awesome. Have another little sip of the old whiskey. So I'm just trying to read as many comments as I can, but they are flooding in thick and fast, so sorry if I don't quite make it to your one. Let's have a look. So, is the future really EV? Is there enough resources for most of the Western world to buy an EV? The thing is that there's this cost curve that's happening, right, where basically the crossover is about now where the price of an EV and the price of an ICE vehicle, internal combustion engine vehicle, are kind of crossing over, and eventually internal combustion engine vehicles will get more expensive and battery electric vehicles will get less expensive because the price of batteries is going down. And there's lots of weird things with ICE vehicles where, for example, they don't actually make money selling the cars. They make the money selling parts to repair the cars afterwards. So that's how they can sell them so cheap. Whereas battery electric vehicles have way less moving parts to go wrong, so they need a lot less maintenance. And for me, it's just a no-brainer, really. I mean, I've just got back from driving 2,700 miles around France in my Tesla Model 3. And it was an absolute dream. I loved it. It was so smooth to drive. Charging wasn't a problem. We had a few little moments where we were like, oh, where are we going to charge up? But in general, supercharger network was absolutely awesome. So it's really not a big deal anymore, you know. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and I think people are starting to realise that now. That's why we're getting so many inquiries from people asking about EV charging all the time. Another super chat, Matt Cox. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Firstly, congratulations and enjoy your whiskey. Can you do a video on your office-based activities from site visits to quoting and gear ordering? Yeah, I should do a little update video, really. I've not done much business-related content lately, just because I've been so busy actually doing the stuff that I've not really had time to film it. And also, I know that the business-related content is not everyone's cup of tea, so a lot of people they're not interested in it, they don't watch it, they want to just see electrical work happening. So that's why I've kind of not really done so much of that lately. But it is something that I'm conscious of, because I know that the people who do want it, they really value it because they're trying to build a business themselves. And that's why I created the Electricians business course, just specifically for those people, to really be able to help them and answer a lot of their questions. So thank you, Matt, for the lovely super chat and the whiskey. So let's see. Greg Bouchard says, really good videos on YouTube. Keep up the good work on here, mate. Keep up the good work on here, mate. Double. Mr. Alpaca again, thank you so much. I'd love to know where you're from, Mr. Alpaca, because I've not seen you on here before. And we got another super chat as well from Daniel Wright. Top job, Jordan. Really enjoy your content. Keep up the good work. PS. Now down the whiskey. I can't down it all in one go. I could, but that would need a really big super chat. No, it's just I like to sip it and enjoy it slowly, you know, not all in one go. And David Watson, again, thank you. Here's to us. What's like us guy at few and the Okay, I can't say that, but I'm guessing that is a Scottish saying, and I am drinking Scotch whiskey, so definitely agree with whatever you said, I think. Yeah, definitely. Marco Burlage as well. Hi Jordan, I heard you have done electrics here in Holland. Ja, ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. Ik heb gewoond in Zwitserband, in Flevoland. So that's, yeah, I can speak Dutch, but only electrical Dutch, so it's a bit useless in day-to-day living. But I did manage a construction project in Holland. I lived out there for 2 years, and I was sort of, the electrical manager guy out there on a volunteer basis, which was really cool. I loved it, and I made some great friends in the Netherlands who I keep in touch with. Can you make more vids on industrial side of things, Mr. Alpaca? I'd love to, but we just don't do much industrial work. We are 95% domestic, I would say, 5% commercial, well, maybe 4% commercial, 1% industrial or something like that. We don't do much industrial work at all. So if and when we get more of those jobs, which I think as we grow we will, because we'll be able to take them on, generally industrial and commercial work tends to be bigger projects, so you need more manpower, and at the moment we've not got that many electricians to be able to smash out those kind of big projects. That's why we do stick to mainly the small domestic stuff. By the way, guys, if you'd like to become a channel member, if you don't know what it is, basically for the price of a little whiskey or a coffee every month, you support the channel, and in return you get some perks. Like, for example, in the comments section here, you'll see next to people's names, like Lewis Miller, he's left a comment, which I'm not going to do, by the way, Lewis. I'm sorry, but I know you're a channel member and everything, and you've got 2 stars. That means that you've been a channel member for 2 months now, which I really appreciate. But I'm not going to take my top off, sorry. But Lewis is a channel member, and you can see it's highlighted in the comments section. He's got a green name with a little icon that indicates how long he's been a channel member for. And what he gets as well then is he gets early access to videos from time to time. When a video is ready early and it's one that I really want to share with the members because I think they'll really like it, I just give them early access a few days before the video goes live out to everyone else, so they get those little perks. Which it is nice, but I mean it's really just a kind of a way of supporting us as well a bit more and helping us to make more content. So if you want to do that, there's just a membership. I think there's like a join button. Just click the join button and then you can join up. So yeah, Ultramat, see, we've got another member. Ellis is another member, so we've got those guys have been members for 2 months as well, which is awesome. We've not had memberships going for very long, so there's quite a small little team of members at the moment, but it is growing every day really. Cablesmith, welcome, nice to see you. He says, what got you into YouTube? Did you or do you watch other channels like Nagi and go from there, or ? So no, I didn't watch any YouTuber electricians before I started doing YouTube. I actually started posting videos in 2016, believe it or not. So that's 5 years ago. But it was not really to become a YouTuber. It was just as part of my business, social media, you know. And I'd always liked YouTube and I'd watched a bit of YouTube. But I never really realised how big a part of my life it would become. And that sort of just happened organically as the videos started to get more views. And so I started to post a few more. And it gained traction over time. And of course I did discover along the way that there were other electricians doing YouTube content like Thomas Nagy, who we are definitely going to overtake very soon. But he does awesome stuff. I really like what he does. So Ultramat says you should do a WhatsApp group chat like Nick Bundy. That is actually a good idea for members. I didn't really think about that, but that might be a good idea. We could do something like that. Yeah. I will definitely think about it. Whoa, Max, €10. Thank you so much. I think you should also go more into the critical points of electric cars. The copper stocks of the world would not even be enough to build a charging network in Europe. That's a really good question. And to be honest, I don't know the answer to whether that is correct or not. I think if you say it, then it might be true. But yeah, I mean, copper. There is a shortage of like precious metals. Like, well, not copper's not precious metal as such, but you know, the things like lithium and cobalt and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of them that are needed. And actually, if you haven't seen it already, a really good insight into this point that you've just made is made in our video where we did the EV charge points at the metal recycling plant, the lithium battery recycling plant. That was a 2-part video that we did where we harnessed the energy that they take out of the batteries before they recycle them. And it was a really fun project to work on, really cool. But we've got another in-depth video on that is in the bank that we are hopefully going to release in the coming months, but we've got to get various permissions in order to release it. But that's like a real deep dive into how the battery recycling process happens and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. So thank you, Max. Interesting comment there. Justin as well, thank you for your super chat. Hi, currently having a kitchen fitted. The appliance isolators have been planned by the designers to go in cupboards as the backsplash is granite. Electrician isn't happy with cupboard isolators. Please clarify. Yeah, I agree with him, to be honest, because I just think that they're not easy to access in an emergency, because you know what happens with cupboards, stuff gets put in them and then the isolators just get stuck at the back of the cupboard. Nobody can actually reach them in an emergency, so it's kind of a bit pointless, really. So for me, I would say I agree it's probably not the best idea to do it that way, but I understand aesthetically it's not really nice to have loads of isolators on a beautiful granite backsplash either, so I know it's a bit of a catch-22. You can get some nice looking ones though. So I did a quote this week for a job where the consumer unit was above one kitchen cupboard at like almost ceiling height on one side of the wall. Then the other side of the wall was the meter box, which was also inside a kitchen cupboard. And below that was another consumer unit for a solar PV system, which was also in a cupboard. And it was just piled full of stuff. You know, it's a complete nightmare of an installation. Welcome, new channel member, Sasha Stevenson. Very happy to have you on board. Welcome to the channel. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. And I can see a cheeky little comment there from Nick Bundy. He says he's going to charge me £80 plus VAT for his idea of a WhatsApp group for his channel members. That's fair enough, mate. I'll leave you an 80 quid super chat on the next live stream that you do. So, what else can we see? Oh, LSU cannot wait to see that video on the battery recycling. It's such a cool video. I've watched it through already. We sent it to the client and he's just getting approvals because, as you can imagine, with big companies, they need to make sure that everything's right before they put these kind of things out. But yeah, super cool. So, I'm trying to read some of the other comments here before I start losing my voice. Edward Miller says, I'm a learner. Your videos have been super helpful for seeing actual content in practice. Thank you very much. Thank you for saying that. You know, every time I hear a comment like that, it puts a smile on my face, because that's what it's all about. You know, when I was an apprentice, we didn't have anything like this. All we had was the person that we were working with. I was very fortunate that it was my dad and he was really invested in teaching me well, but a lot of people didn't have that luxury either. But now we have loads of other electricians that we can watch working and learn from, including like this platform on YouTube where we can see people doing the day-to-day work, you know, and how it goes, and we can help each other to improve and learn. And we certainly learn from you guys. You know, we're always learning. I don't think you ever stop learning in this trade, and if you do, then you've probably got a problem. An attitude problem, because there's always something new to learn, you know, whether it's new little tips, new tools, just new ways of doing things, and of course the regulations are always changing and updating as well. So it's a constant learning exercise, and it's one of the things that I love about this industry, really. Dwayne says, as you get so many new products to try advertise, could you maybe give away your unused tools, etc., to a budding electrician / trainee? I don't really have any unused tools at the moment, to be honest, but if I did, then yeah, I would love to do that to help someone. At the moment, we've got Ruben, and anything that's kind of like spare goes to him, really, because we're trying to build up his toolkit. And that is an amazing and exciting announcement, to be honest, is that we've got a college place for Ruben finally. So he's starting on Tuesday, which I'm super happy about. So he's going to be a proper apprentice now, which is amazing. He deserves it because he's such a great guy. He's so dedicated. You guys don't see this part, but Corey actually lives about an hour from Cambridge. So Corey does a lot of driving, but as you see, he's sort of, our work is all over the place at the moment because of YouTube anyway. So he does a lot of driving, but Ruben lives kind of in between us. And Ruben can't drive yet, so he often gets 2 trains to meet Corey and go to a job. Sometimes he spends 2 hours each day just travelling to get to the work, you know. And the college placement that we've got for him is actually 2 hours from where he lives because we couldn't get a college place anywhere else. So he's going to be doing 2 trains at least just to get to college on every Tuesday, and 2 trains again to get home. But he's just super happy. He's like, he never complains. He's just so happy to be able to learn, and he's so dedicated to actually want to become an electrician. I'm just blown away really by his attitude. I just feel like we're super happy. We're super lucky to have him, really. So we want to do whatever we can to support him. Another new channel member. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Welcome to the channel. I think I should have another little whiskey to celebrate. So thank you for joining the membership. You will enjoy it. It's really nice to be part of the Artisan movement, and it helps to support our channel. So thank you. Let's see what else is going on in the comments. Hi Jordan. What do you think is the biggest difference between installation in the Netherlands and UK? Cool that you speak Dutch, by the way. Groeten uit Nederland. So the biggest difference is you guys use a lot of FlexiCon. So Nick Bundy would be at home there. So from what I remember, we used loads of flexible conduit in, say, like stud walls, and then you use these boxes that the flexible conduit kind of clicks into. It's like these round plastic boxes. The FlexiCon just clicks in, and then you just pull in wires afterwards. So you pull in what we call singles, just like single insulated wires, brown, blue, green, yellow. And that's the way they do it. And they use a lot of junction boxes as well, high up. So rather than going like down with one and up with another, often they'll do like a junction box at the top, and then they'll just do one drop with 3 wires. So that is quite dramatically different to what we do. But I kind of like the fact that they do it that way, because it means if anything goes wrong, you can just pull in some new wires later. Right, so hi Greenhawk, welcome. Hi Jordan, we use YouTube as a tool to show to prospective clients our work, and it works really well. Does it work in the same way for you? Yes, Greenhawk, it works in the same way for us, absolutely. YouTube is by far our biggest marketing tool, and in a way it's free marketing. I mean, I know it takes a lot of time and effort to make the videos, and also for us actually it costs quite a lot because we've got a whole production team working behind the scenes now with our cameraman, editor, people who just prep the videos, and yeah, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. But even then, we get 80% of our work through YouTube now, which is just nuts, you know. That is unbelievable. So it's an amazingly powerful marketing tool. because people are visual and they want to see what they're going to get, you know, and they like to see how you work before they invite you into their home. So it just works. The videos actually do the selling for us, really. So we don't have to try to get customers anymore. The customers come to us and they say, I've seen you on YouTube. Can you come and do my install, please? You know, how much is it, and when can you do it? And that's it. You know, these customers, they're pre-qualified. They already want us to do the work, and it's just kind of a case of organising it. So it's good. The problem we have now, to be honest, is we can't keep up with the number of inquiries that are coming in. It's just absolutely insane. So we've got a big admin team working in the background answering the phones. We've got an estimator working full-time trying to churn out all the estimates, and we're still not quite managing to keep up with the number of inquiries that are coming in. Ramsey Ganem says, I would like to thank Mr. John Ward for his videos too. John Ward is a legend, and he's created some brilliant content that helps people to learn about electrics, so I totally agree with you. Cablesmith, good idea, Mike Greenhawk. I just use it to have a look back on in years to come, like a time capsule for myself. Yeah, that's another thing. It's a little bit scary maybe, because I look back at some of my videos that I made now and I'm like, oh my goodness, did I really say that, or did I really do that, or did I really look like that? But yeah, hey, it's such a cool record to have, I guess, of just your life and the way you've grown and the way your business has grown. So it's pretty cool. Any merch coming out soon? Yeah, we've got merch. Just look below the videos. There's a whole merch store already. We've got amazing quality merch. I wear the merch quite regularly. So does Corey. We both love it. It's super comfortable. So the hoodies especially are like so plush. They're like proper premium quality hoodies. And they've got our kind of slogans and stuff on them. So yeah, check out the merch store. What's your thoughts on your career being mainly a domestic electrician and moving more into a niche part of the industry? I've mainly stayed in domestic as a time served and often wonder my stance. I think stick with a niche. Go niche, go big, or go home. That's what they say. So for us, niche is what it's all about. Like, we're kind of carving a niche for ourselves in the EV market. And that has been really good for us. So yeah, man, just go for it. Pick your niche. Pick what you love to do. Pick what you're good at, and do that. Carve a niche for yourself. Andy Willis, still loving your channel, guys. So informative, especially for an older gen Sparks. Thank you, Andy. Great to have older generation Sparks like yourself watching our videos and commenting, because we can learn a lot from the experience that you guys have. And it's great for the younger generation to come to learn from all your experience, because you can't buy experience, guys. I get so many people messaging me like, oh, I'm doing this course and I'm just about to get my MVQ3 or whatever, or my level 2, and what, you know, how can I get experience? How can I get a job? And it's like, it's pretty scary, to be honest. There's a lot of people coming into the industry at the moment who they've got the qualifications on paper, but they've got no practical experience whatsoever. And I worry about a lot of these people, because I just think unless you get put with a really good Sparky who you can learn from for a few years, you're going to be either churning out some really bad quality electrical installations, or you're just going to give up because you can't do it, you know. So yeah, it's a tough one, but we need more good Sparkies, because there's too much work and not enough people. So I get why loads of people want to get into the industry. It's a good industry to be in. Ryan Maguire, do you find that you get work through your YouTube videos? Loving the content. Yes, I did just mention that we get 80% of our work through YouTube now. Nick Bundy says, when are you coming up to sunny Stafford for a day out? I'll let you have a look. And a proper unit. Yes, Nick, I do have unit envy still. I'm working on getting my own unit, but one step at a time. It's baby steps. But I'd love to come see your unit, definitely. That would be awesome. We need to do that. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, so thank you for the super chat. Somebody else left us. Yeah, thank you to Marco Burlage. He says, I ride an electric scooter. How is it possible that I can charge an EV on every street corner but then nothing is settled for electric bikes or scooters. That is a really good question. We did a job installing EV charging points for electric scooters. In Cambridge, there's a company called Voy who have the contract for the electric scooters in Cambridge. So you're not actually allowed to ride your own electric scooter. You can only use these ones that you can rent. They're a bit like the Lime ones, or there's loads of different brands that do them. But how it works in a lot of cities in the UK is that the council give a sole contract to one company who have the sole rights to distribute electric scooters and rent them out throughout the city, and nobody else is legally allowed to use any other scooters, which, yeah, there's pros and cons to that, definitely. But we did the charging infrastructure in their warehouse, and I've made a few videos there, so have a little look back and see if you can find those videos, because they were quite cool. We did a big 3-phase distribution board there, and we did some zappies for the electric vans that they use to go and pick up the broken scooters and swap the batteries out and all that stuff. It was a pretty cool project. So thank you, Marco, for the super chat, and I'll take another sip. Right, I'm slowly starting to lose my voice, so I need to get through this quite quickly now. We've got Denied says, Jordan, have you heard of easy car chargers? Yes! Have you not seen my video? I installed an easy charger at my house, and the video was called, Is This the Easiest Car Charger Ever? Or something like that. So that was a fun video. I did a bit of skip diving in that video as well. So definitely check that one out. Wow, we've got a £10 super chat from Peter Vision. Amazing, thank you so much. He says, not a huge problem, but the audio is about half a second behind the video. Thought you'd like to know. Thank you. Great content. How can we help Ruben to get through his apprenticeship? So thanks for the heads up on the audio. You know why? It's because I'm using this mic here, right? And it's a USB mic connected to my computer, and then my DSLR camera, which you're watching me on there, is connected via a HDMI cable to my computer as well, and it's not possible to sync the audio up. So I have the choice between having really high quality audio with this mic, or using the audio of the camera and it being synchronized, but then it being rubbish quality audio. So I just chose good quality audio. But yeah, thanks for bearing with us with the whole time lag thing. How can we help Ruben to get through his apprenticeship? That is a really good question. I think it's early days yet, because as I say, he's not started yet. But next week he starts, and then every Tuesday, I think like 9:30 till 3:30 or something, he's going to be at college. So I don't know is the answer to that question. We shall see. We've got we've got loads of super chats pouring in, and we've got new channel members as well, so thank you so much. I'll give you guys a shout out. So Death's Keeper, what a great name, says, how are you liking the Hilti tools? I work for Hilti, so is there anything that I can pass along to the tool design team? Wow, so we love the Hilti tools. So if you guys haven't seen it, Hilti have given us a load of tools and we're using them. So I've been unselfish, right? I wanted to keep them for myself, but I'm not on the tools much anymore, so I've given them to the guys who can really use them the most. So I've given one set to Corey, one set to Lee, and the idea is that they're going to use them for a few months and see how they get on with them in the real world, and if they really like them, we're going to make like a dedicated Hilti video with clips from all the times when the tools have just come in really handy. But I can say already, it's only been a few weeks, they're absolutely loving them, and they're just like, how did I survive without these now? Because the quality of Hilti tools is it's just next level. The only thing that they are a little bit annoyed about is that the Hilti SDS hammer drill that they've been given, it doesn't have hammer only, it only has drill and hammer, so they can't use it for like chiseling stuff out. So they would need a slightly larger TE5 or whatever it's called, I think, to do chisel only, and they don't do that very often, so it's not really a game changer, but they could kind of do with another one, which is just the chisel one for when they're chasing out and things. But yeah, that's like first world problems really. When I grew up, I'm not that old by the way, but I learnt to chase out with a hammer and bolster. Let me know in the comments if you guys know what that is and if you had the same. So we've got Music's Box Review is a new channel member. Welcome on board. Welcome to the Artisan movement. We are super happy to have you on board. Thank you for your support. James Champion says, congrats on 80k. Your videos helped me find an EV charger. Hypervolt one by far. Just had it installed. Just need the car now. Renault. Keep delaying. Yeah. Is it a Renault Zoe or is it the new one that I just saw fully charged announcing about tonight? The Renault Megane E or whatever? I would love to know. There's so many people ordering EVs at the moment. It's amazing. Like the number of new EVs that are coming out and stuff is really cool. Big Ash, have I won yet? Oh yeah. Do you want to know? Do you want to know who the winner is? We should really get to it, shouldn't we? Otherwise I'm going to be just talking all night and you guys are not going to find out the winner. Okay, so we'll go through these last few super chats and one or two more questions. So Dominic Martignac says he's given us a super chat and then he's given us another super chat and he says new Hive charger is out. Worthy video on that ? I don't know is the answer. To be honest, I don't really like the look of it. I think it looks a bit meh, you know. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get to try it out. Who knows? Music's Box Review. Yes, please, Jordan. How are you? Okay, mate. Keep up the good work here, mate. Thank you. Great. Okay. So, shall we do the announcement? Are you ready? So let's get this random comment picker up. So first of all, first things first, right? If you don't yet follow us on Instagram, what are you doing? I know that some people don't like Facebook and stuff, so they don't want to be on Instagram. But if you're watching this and you do have Instagram but don't follow us, please follow us on Instagram because we do post lots of content on there that we don't post on YouTube. And you know, it's all free content, it's entertaining, it's short, it's nice to see like pictures of what we're doing, little reels and stories and stuff like that. Like I post a lot of stories where you don't see me on the videos as much anymore because I'm not out on the tools so much, and I'll answer your question in a second, Lewis. But I do post quite a lot of stories of just like what I'm up to, you know, in the office or out and about doing site visits and things. So definitely worth following us on Instagram. And we do have regular giveaways on Instagram. YouTube is difficult to do giveaways on, but Instagram is super easy. So if we do a giveaway, generally it's going to be on Instagram, and that, you know, that's another reason why to follow us on Instagram. So Lewis, do you think you'll ever go back on the tools most of the time? I don't think I'll go out on the tools most of the time because I've just got to accept that this business needs me to be behind the scenes running it a lot of the time, and when I don't do that, things tend to sort of fall apart a little bit. So what I'm working on behind the scenes now is creating systems where the business can work without me, so that then I can jump back on the tools a little bit more sometimes, but I can also be free to focus on other things. I've got lots of big ideas for the YouTube channel, which is part of the business, but it's sort of like it's different as well, you know, it's almost a separate business in itself. There's loads of stuff going on in the background really, so I am super busy. It's sort of relentless, but yeah, there's lots of exciting things going on in the background, but I do miss being on the tools, so I'm definitely going to try to keep my hand in and do a few videos still on the tools. For sure, you've not seen the end of me on the tools, that's for sure. Pardon me. So, let's do this thing, right? I'm going to get the Instagram random comment picker up. And let's just see how many comments we've got. So, I'm selecting the Instagram post. Minimum amount of @ mentions in one comment is, let me just check. See what I put. Tag 3 or more friends in the comments, right? So we need a minimum amount of 3 @ mentions in one comment. Include comment replies, yes. Filter duplicate users, yes. Filter comments based on the specific test, no. Add extra entries, no. Exclude or blacklist users, no. So let's get comments and see how many comments we actually have on that post. Right, we've got 409 entries which are valid. So now what we do is we press the start button. So see my screen here? Can you see that? What I'm going to do is press start, and it's going to randomly go through and pick a winner. And the winner is Woody212. Woody212. So let me post that on the Instagram post right now. Woody @Woody212. There we go. James Wooten. If you're watching, let us know in the comments. That is so exciting, because do you know what you've won, right? You've won a Vito Pro Pack Tech Pack MC, a whole huge bundle of Klein and Super Rod tools, including the Artisan Electrics specially embroidered Super Rod set, and a bundle of Unilight gear, which is super awesome. So you are amazingly privileged. So I'm just going to write this comment now here. You have won in capitals. So there we go. I have tagged you. So if you're not watching this live stream, hopefully you'll see this later. But let's have a little look in the comments now and see. Congrats, mate. Zoom, well done. Congrats. I've been recently thinking. James, so James Wooten, congratulations, that is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bundle it all up in a parcel box. It's quite heavy, so it's going to cost me a small fortune to send it over to you, but I think all the people who've given super chats tonight, that's paid for the postage. So thanks to them, and thanks for the whiskey again. And you are going to get this amazing bundle of tools sent out to you ASAP, but I need you to reply to my comment just to acknowledge that you've seen it, and then I need you to send me a DM to let me know your details. I need your name, address, phone number in order to ship the stuff out to you. So if James Woody is watching and you have seen this, then great. If not, hopefully he'll reply on Instagram, and if he doesn't, there are a few backup winners who will be notified if he doesn't come forward, but I'm pretty sure he will, and I'm pretty sure he'll be super happy with that. So, but don't worry, right? If you've not won and you feel a bit disappointed, I understand, but don't worry, because there are going to be more giveaways coming soon. We've got a really cool giveaway coming up in October, November, where you can actually win £500 worth of Amazon vouchers. So that is going to be worth following us on Instagram for as well. Not just that, but some cool electrical gear too. So definitely stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the next videos that we've got coming up as well. So we've got some really cool content coming up on the channel. And if you are interested in starting or running your own electrical business, or maybe you're doing it already and you're just struggling a bit and you feel like you could do, you want to learn from somebody who's done it already, made a lot of mistakes like I have, and learnt from them, and so that you can maybe avoid some of the classic mistakes that I learned at the start, then check out my Electricians business course. There's a link in the description below where you can have a look, watch the first 4 lessons absolutely free, And if you want to sign up to it, you get 50% off using my special discount code for all of you guys who are watching here today. So I hope that's of interest to you. I just want to thank you all for watching, and I want to especially thank all of the new channel members and everyone who's left a super chat tonight. It really helps to support our channel. So massive thank you to all of you. But even if you couldn't do any of those things, just thank you for watching. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for tapping on that little pop-up thing when our videos go live. If you don't know yet, if you've not figured it out, we have a schedule. So it's every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. That's usually when we post our videos, unless there's been some kind of hiccup and we had to miss one. Or, for example, somebody asked us, can you do every other Wednesday? Can you do it at 7 or 7:30 so that they can watch our video and then they can jump in on the eFix live stream? So this week I actually did the Wednesday video a little bit earlier just for that person who asked about that, because I know a lot of you guys like to watch eFix too, and eFix is a great channel, so happy to, you know, support each other there. So anyway, I'm going to go before I lose my voice. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing evening. Enjoy your weekend, whatever you are up to. Stay tuned for the video that will hopefully be launching tomorrow night, which Nathan is busy editing as we speak, and hopefully that'll be ready to go. It's a bit of a hard work, this one, but it's going to be a good video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.